Hello, Rob here from the Flanagan Homestead. I made a video a little while ago about building a self-serve firewood stand at very little cost with things that I had laying around and scavenged up. So the cost of the stand wasn't much, and I've got firewood, so I decided to try to sell it. And then at the end of that, I showed the first weekend where I put wood out, and 6 bundles were gone and the $1 was left, and I was really disappointed. So that my experience was I was going to get robbed doing this. I promised you I wouldn't give up and that I would give you an update as to how things were going. So the later weekends we sold some more firewood, and I will tell you this, that everything that I asked for was paid for. I sell bundles for $5, I sell individual logs for $1, and although I don't keep an exact inventory or what's placed in the shed there, I keep a pretty good idea what's in there, and then the amount of money that came in, and it looks like pretty much everything's been paid for the following weekend. So why the first day was so terrible, I don't know. I have some really interesting numbers for why I want to do a self-serve firewood stand. So I went down to the local stores that were selling it, the gas stations and the hardware stores that were selling it here in town, and I measured around the bundle, and it was 30 inches or less. And they were selling theirs for $6 a bundle. So I started making bundles of mine, making sure that I was 31 inches. This I still consider to be pretty small, but it was 31 inches around minimum. Try to do a little bit bigger. And then I'm selling them for $5, so a little bit more wood for a little bit less money, so I think I'm doing a good job. But I'm a statistics guy, and I was like, so how many cords do I get when I'm making bundles that are 31 inches around? So in case you're wondering, when I measure, I have this thing of baling twine, and if I pull this around and get to the loop where this is green, this is 30 inches, this is 35 inches, and this is 40 inch bundle, so I could just pull it around and pull it back off, so I know that I have enough. So this small bundle here is just like 31 inches. So actually I did the math with 32 inches. So if I do 32 inch bundles consistently, like this one, I will get in a cord of firewood, and I'll show you the math at the end of the video if you like, I will get 169 bales, or 169 bundles out of 1 cord of firewood. So that 169 bundles times 5 is $848 for that cord of firewood. So when my boys came in last night, and they're like, I was talking to them about it, I said, I am never selling a full cord of firewood again. I've been cutting firewood and for my own, off my property here, and burning my own and selling off cords to friends and people around when I have extra. But because I'm building a campsite with a few campsites here on my property, and people are always going up and down the mountain here in the summer, I'm just going to be selling it in bundles. Now, when I did the math, and I was like, obviously this bundle is a little bit tighter than your stack of cord firewood would be, but what we do have is it'll probably be really close to that. So also I was thinking I might just go from 32 inch circumference to a 35, and what that does is it probably creates just enough room to add one more of those small sticks into the bundle, and then I could the customers get a little bit more, I'm still doing well, and that will still be 142 bundles per cord of firewood. So that, at $5 a bundle, that's $710. And if I go all the way to a way bigger bundle than the people in town are selling at 40 inches, that'll be 109 bundles and $545 at $5 a bundle. A couple other things though, I'm thinking about making a rack that's like 16 inches by 26 and filling that up. That would be the equivalent of 5 bundles, and I'll sell it for $20, so it'd be $5 cheaper than buying 5 bundles. And I'd like to know what you guys think. I've been cutting these up really small for camp firewood because that's what I've seen people doing it. This is my first year of self-serve firewood stand, so I've been cutting it up really small. And being someone that burns firewood, I know that when they're that small, they burn away quickly. So if I do a rack, I could leave a couple pieces a little bit longer for sustaining fuel. But that's what's happening on this firewood stand right now, and I would love to hear thoughts of those of you that are considering buying from stands like this, selling in stands from this, but that's kind of my plan. I'm going to build a little bit bigger rack. It'll save me the time of bundling. It takes me a while when I first started making the bundles, I just have a thing of baling twine that I pulled around, tied, and then I have a stick here that I twist like a tourniquet, and then I tie it down and it holds it nice and tight. First few bundles were pretty slow. I'm obviously getting quicker. I want to build a rack where at standing height to build it and do it there. So any ideas you have, but I do think both for the value for my customer and for ease for me is to build some racks that are $20 racks and just throw it in there, and then I don't have to be bundling it up. And so there'll be some value in just bringing firewood down here and setting it in. So thanks for joining me on the Flanagan Homestead, where Christmas trees are my business, teaching and creating horticulture is my job, and outdoor projects like firewood is my passion. So you can see with a 30-inch circumference, which is pretty small, that's 193 bundles per cord at $5 per bundle, $9.65. 35-inch bundles is 169, $710 per cord. 40 inches would work out to $545. Obviously, you can vary things, price and size as you wish.